a very excitable Azra this morning. So, the first thing I'll say, Azra, calm down. The first thing I'll say to you this morning is, ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very cold. 6 degrees on the car, and that did not change the whole way here. So, I did check on my watch before we came out, so I'm not completely ignorant and oblivious to the climatic conditions, but it is a 5 degree difference, which may not seem a lot, but it's enough that I put my hat on this morning, guys. So, as the title would suggest, new walk, new location. Now, that's a little bit of a fib, as in new location, because we've been to Royston before. However, we are doing a stroll, a lap of Royston. Now again, we've been along here before, but what we've always done before is sort of a bit of a short walk to the right up Neesworth Street and then back round through the park and what have you. They're the main points of Royston. In a few hours' time, I will point out this is where the Remembrance Sunday Parade will be being held, here. And people sort of line this street both ways, and it's really, really nice tribute. Don't do this one anymore. Obviously, we don't live here now, though obviously Mum is still here. Don't do this one. We mostly do the one in Melbourne, to be fair. Anyway, so what we're going to do this morning, guys, is we are going to walk to Neesworth Street. We're going to do a right, and we're going to follow that road all the way along down to Tesco's, which is right down the other end, probably as far as you can go. Well, not quite as far as you can go, because I will be coming off a little bit before Tesco's. There's an underpass that allows you to do a full lap of the town. We're going to call it a town because it's not a village. Royston is massive. And this is why I've come out a bit later, but coming out later has its own detriment with cars and what have you. It's a far busier place than obviously where we are. Thank you for the like. Oh, we've got loads of comments coming in, so didn't see all this coming in. Hi to everyone saying hi. Thank you for joining up. Loads of likes. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. We'll try and do different things on the channel as and when, but this is, I reckon we're going to be out probably for a good hour this morning, ladies and gentlemen. So stick with it, because there's going to be a few bits and pieces to show you along the way. But yeah, I thought I'd just change it up a little bit this morning. Okay, so we have seen this bit mostly. Over there, just by the benches there, is the Royston rock, stone, boulder, whatever you want to call it. But it's looking a bit pretty this morning with all the poppies on top. I don't know if that's coming out on the camera. Okay, so we're now into Neesworth Street. What I'm going to say, guys, is very early on, and this is in no way to, what's the word, put an asterisk in that I may slow down as we go on. But if you've been with me the rest of the week, you will know that I have been suffering badly with my leg. It's not too bad this morning, and I'll tell you for why, and it might work for a bit. Is I put loads of cold gel on it, I put some ibuprofen gel on it, and my back, and also I've taken some painkillers before I've come out as well. So we've got taking a few things to try and help as much as we can. We shall see how we go. Right. Now, I have pointed them out before, and if I see any on this side for the time being, I will let you know. But there are little plaques dotted around Royston, being a market town, quite an old town. And I think we've got one coming up here on the right. Here we do. And there we go. Nice one to start. Palace of King James I, 1603, 1627. So there's a lot of history in Royston. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As I say, we try and do something like this. Well, we do lives every day, but we try and do something different on a fairly regular basis. It just depends. Did something quite different a few weeks ago when we did it from Disneyland, didn't we? Now, from memory, is there another one of these plaques a bit further up? Or maybe I've missed it. No, it is here. Azra, out the road. There we go. We're all servants. Employed in the stables and kennels as King James I lived here. Okay. If I see anything else like that, guys, I don't think I will now, because we're sort of coming out the town. I think we're going to cross because there's more on the other side than there is this side. And also, it gives me a chance to not have to worry about her so much with cars, because the oncoming cars are more the problem than the cars coming from behind. So, I've mentioned before in other live strolls I've done, hi to everyone saying hi. I am missing some of these comments, so I do apologise. When we've been doing the lives before about this is where the train station is, where you're going to see it this morning. We're going to walk right past it. Hence the sign for the station. Now, on the right hand side, the whiter building, not the creamier building, the whiter building, that used to be one of Royston's many pubs. Now, I think, if memory serves, it was the White Bear. If the lovely Julia was watching, she might be able to confirm or deny that, but I think I'm right saying that was the White Bear. It turned into a lovely house, as a lot of these pubs are now, unfortunately. But there was always far too many pubs in Royston anyway, to be fair. Pitch black up north, it's quite incredible the difference, isn't it? In light, I mean, I've just about got enough light now. It's lighter on the camera than it is on the phone, but it is still light enough that we don't need all the artificial lights we use when we do the weekly, or daily, should I say, not weekly, daily live strolls around 5 a.m. Okay, it was the White Bear, thank you. So I've got my oracle working in the background, ladies and gentlemen, which is always very handy, because if I make mistakes, of which I make lots of mistakes, she can correct me. Okay, so we are fast approaching the train station. Before we get there, full dealership here on the left hand side. I believe this is where they do the motorbike drive tests from as well, I believe. Doesn't matter how early you come out, you always come across someone, don't we? Very sensible lady there, not trying to play with the traffic. I don't know what she was doing. She now stopped completely. Okay, so train station here. We may be lucky. There's a train just pulling in. I'll see what I can do from the road here because I'm not going down there. Excuse me. Hi to everyone still saying hi and comments. There we go, here's a train here. So this is Azra having a good look at the trains. Fascinated, Azra? No? Okay. Now I'm going to put my phone over the top there. That is going towards London that way. Well, that's the way the train is on. I'm tall enough to do that, guys, so I apologise for that. Down there is the car park for it, train station. Doesn't look like we've got the bus service on today. I guess with trains pulling in. Well, no, saying that trains do sometimes pull in, don't they? And then the buses take effect, don't they? But it doesn't look like any buses today. So this is why I've done it this way round, guys. And a little bit of a cheat code. But it's all downhill, right to the bottom from this point onwards. Now, you might think to yourself, well, you're a wally because what goes down must come back up, or the other way around, whichever you prefer. And you're right in most cases, but when you get to the bottom here and sort of cut round for the underpass, it's a very, very gentle slope on the main A10 going back where we're coming from. So it's not that bad. So when I was driving here yesterday, doing my early morning chores for Mother, I worked this out that this would be the best way of doing this little stroll. And Azra's quite fascinated because she's never done this one before at all. So yeah, it's quite nice to doing a different stroll. I am suffering a bit, I'm not going to fib to you guys, but I'm hoping we'll get to a point where it just will completely go away, the pain. Right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got quite a few people watching now, so make sure you like and subscribe. We are doing live strolls every day. Sundays are my favourite at the minute because we can actually come out in daylight hours and actually see what we're seeing. In a minute, we will cross over. I think Azra might be getting ready to perhaps... No, not yet. Good. Oh, she's getting ready to do her business, but she's not. There she goes. This is in Royston, which is smack bang between London... Well, it's not smack bang between London and Cambridge. It's between London and Cambridge. It is far close to Cambridge than it is London by far. Right, Azra is now doing her loo, so I've just got to sort that out, guys, so just bear with. Have you been, Azra? Go. Right, sit. Good girl. Okay, so now we've got another pain in the backside with a dog on the other side of the road. So if you've been with me before, you will know exactly like what she's like with other dogs. But at least she's been now, and we shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, now in a minute I think we will cross over. Annoying it will be on the same side as the other dog, but it is what it is, so we'll just let this car go. Right. Because we need to be on the right side. So the phrase is be on the right tyres at the right time. Be on the right side at the right time. Okay, so we're now coming to the sort of southern tip, really, I suppose, of Royston. Beyond those traffic lights, and you've got a this roundabout. Again, it may not be coming out yet on the camera. Obviously, I can see it, but it depends how far the camera is zooming down the road. I'll show you a little bit more when we get there, but basically, beyond the roundabout, you've got another car dealer, and then the big Tesco's supermarket. And then that is the southern tip of the village. But we will not be going quite as far as that. No. Morning. So I'm just keeping it on a short lead just whilst these line of cars go by, guys. And then we will be back up with the Azra Roadshow. And here she is again, back on camera. So yeah, we are now, hopefully that camera is showing it. You've got a petrol station, an Esso petrol station, just where you can see the illuminated numbers for the fuel prices. I've just got a lorry coming out, bear with, guys. You know what Azra's like with bigger vehicles. They're worried. And as I say, beyond that, you've got the big Tesco's. So whilst we've got quite a few people on, do make sure you like and subscribe. We do try and do this. And that's a crazy cat in front, completely oblivious. Obviously got very good road sense, or just not care, either you prefer. I certainly wouldn't want my cat having to cross this road, that's for sure. Okay, so up there, as I say, car dealer, petrol station, and then Tesco's. We're not going to go as far as Tesco's, because we don't need to achieve this walk. So we will continue around to the right into this estate. I do enjoy doing these strolls that Azra has not done before. Obviously I've driven this hundreds of times. But it is nice bringing her out. She's been quite excitable all morning. I don't know whether she thought she was going into her holiday home again, but she was quite excitable as soon as she got in the car. But she's been just as excitable. If you were with me at the very beginning, she was had ants in her pants. Okay, so we're now, well, from now on probably mostly in Royston's residential areas, to be honest. How long have we been going? 20 minutes. That's not bad from where we were to the southern side. We weren't quite at Royston's northern tip when we started. I suppose the northern tip is basically where the local hospital is. That would be probably the furthest north, although probably on a postcode it would be further than that, but for the sensible ones among us, that'd be Royston's northern tip. We have got another dog coming up on the left-hand side coming up, so she may kick off again, but hopefully not. A bit of whinging probably. I don't know how many bins I've walked past, guys. Maybe you can help me out, but I'm still carrying Azra's muck. When we were looking at moving house, when we lived in Royston, Azra, enough. Come on. Morning. Come on. Go on, keep going. We looked all around these areas. Come, Azra, on the path. And for multiple reasons, we won't use that one because it's outside of school. We'll find another one. For multiple reasons, none of these houses were right. More often than not, for what you got, the price just wasn't right. And to be honest with you, James has done so well by not living in the big town, and a lot in the village where we are, and the schools he's gone to, that I don't ever worry about not living here. We're close enough to Mum that we can get here should we need to, but far enough away that James doesn't go to the same schools in Royston. That would have been a mistake for him. As I say, don't forget to say hi and like and subscribe. I very much agree with what Julia was saying. Sorry, I've just seen that again. I'm missing on a few of these comments, so I'm sorry. Absolutely, she does enjoy seeing and meeting new things. She is a lot better with other dogs than she once was. Although you wouldn't have thought it when she saw supposedly a friend at the house yesterday. She went nuts. But I think that was a lot to do with guarding her domain as well. Good girl. Because she went absolutely berserk, guys. And as I say, she knows this dog. Anyway, she's a lot better for the most part. Come on, good girl. All right, so again, the residential area continues, and we follow this round. Do you know what? I'm perhaps half a mile tops, and we then get to the underpass. Something that's been bothering me, and I haven't seen anything today. It's closed, by the way. But if it was closed, I don't see why it would be, to be honest. You also do see a lot when you're walking rather than in a car. I'd never notice any of these green spaces, ever, around here. This downhill stretch is very much appreciated because the old leg is aching, I must say. But thank God I put on what I put on before we came out of the house. Before we, because we are we, not I. Azra is here too. Oh, we're going to find a bin. There is a bin on the other side, I've just seen it. And there is a bin on this side as well, so thank goodness. Been carrying this bag probably for about the last mile. Come on, good girl. There don't seem to be any doggy bins anywhere, which is annoying. Come on, Azra. Good morning. That was little dog syndrome. Behind me there. Right, we're just going to make you this bin. There we go. Right, so now I've got a proper hand free. So, from memory, we continue up here, and then the underpass is coming up very soon on the right hand side of the beginning of it. We will see, but I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have to take any of these side roads. I think it's sort of before these flats up here, I believe, from memory. You can see how much I don't do this, guys. I think I might have cycled it once.